Thank you very much for being here. It is my real privilege to be with you for the next half an hour or so. And I want to make one comment about the, God, I really feel fancy with these two things right here and all these wires. But you're at a really interesting time right now to have access to the information that was behind me when I spoke out front, the ticker tape. For those of you who want to dial the calendar back about 5 years, we had a terrible meltdown in the stock market following the 2008 beginning of the recession, and stock prices went down significantly. But that's past history. We've had 4 or 5 really good years in the stock market leading up into where we are today. And there are lots of people that expect a correction in the stock market for it to fall 10 or 20%. We have earnings coming out this quarter for the third quarter beginning this week, and we'll go throughout the month of October, and people will be watching the earnings and the quality of those earnings. So you're going to have a lot of fun paying attention to these stock prices as you come in here to see how they behave, to see whether they continue to go up or whether they've disappointed in their earnings and they might slip down. And some might go down like this. So you're going to have a lot of fun. Pick out a symbol, pick out a company, and come in and look at it and follow it this month, because I promise you, one thing will happen. It'll move. It'll either move up or it'll move down, but it's going to be exciting. So you're at a really interesting time in the economic cycle and the investment cycle to be observing and beginning to get educated on what that ticker will tell you. We're in 4 main businesses at SunTrust. And like a lot of other banks, they would categorize themselves this way too. We are a retail bank. We work with consumers, work with individuals. We're a wholesale bank. We work with companies, corporations, commercial entities. We're a private wealth bank. We work with wealthy people on estate planning and trust and endowments and foundations. And then our 4th line of business is mortgage. We make mortgage loans. When you're ready to buy a home, I hope you'll come to SunTrust and talk about getting a mortgage from us. So those are our 4 business lines. Questionnaire, 60% of the respondents, and these were adults, graded themselves, self-graded C, D, or F, their capabilities with financial education, financial literacy. We know that the great preponderance of consumers in the state of Georgia have less than 30 days of rainy day money / savings if they lose their job. And there are other statistics like that. So we, SunTrust, said to ourselves, we have an obligation to the communities where we serve to go out and help with financial literacy and financial education. That is our responsibility. We can't pass that on to anybody else. We take deposits and we make loans in our communities, but we cannot just do those 2 things. We have to help educate all of the consumers, all of the people, young and old, in the communities where we serve to make them financially literate. It was observed not only by us, but by people in Washington and elsewhere, that the financial crisis, in large part, was created because of the consumers not being financially literate. So that's our job. And so therefore we said to ourselves, what is our purpose as an organization? What is our purpose? Why do we come to work every day? Why do we sign up to be a teammate at SunTrust and come in and do business with consumers, with corporations, with wealthy individuals, or in the mortgage business? Why do we do it? We have to believe that we are lighting the way to financial well-being. Every one of our teammates, we hope, has that passion to do that every day during their job and to think about that as their purpose for working at SunTrust Bank. And that's a really major difference from a lot of companies around the United States. It's a major difference from a lot of banks in the United States, because every company has a mission statement. Most every company has a value proposition, but not many companies have a purpose for being, and we do, and we believe in that greatly. So, we have a foundation that supports our bank here in Atlanta, and we give away money 3 times a year, year after year after year. Our foundation contributed some money to Clayton State University for the ticker and the other information board. And we did it not only because Clayton State is a great citizen, is doing a wonderful job educating people in our state and in our metropolitan area, but because it matches with our purpose. We want 50% of the money that we give out every year to go towards financial education or financial literacy so that we can light the way to financial well-being. But if I'm doing my job to help light the way to financial well-being for y'all, not understanding what your definition is, please, when you go to work, ask about the 401k or 403b, whatever it may be, depending on what industry you're in. But start putting money in there and put it in there every pay period. Whatever you can afford. Whatever you can afford. And if you say, I can't afford it, I just don't have enough, it's all gone. You cut something out. Cut something out. You know? Skip breakfast on Saturdays and put that money in there. Whatever it is, start putting the money in there and it will grow to be very, very important to you. So, I'm a purpose-driven guy. I work for a purpose-driven company, and I hope you all remember 401k. Thanks for your attention.